Welcome in Paul Catalina's Top 5. Tomorrow, I will go through the benefits of the straight seating system for the college football playoff, which, as far as we know, is only going to last at least 1 year. But today, I like to do opposites. I tell you about venues with an aura. Today, let's go venues without any aura at all. This one pains me because I could literally run there right now. Stop laughing. McLane Stadium. It's brand new. It's beautiful. Everything is amazing. Press box, great. You could get in and you go right down to the media room in the elevator. It's unbelievable. The seats are great. The Lowe's boxes are great. The suites are great. They've had some really cool wins there. But the fans are what creates the aura. The legends are what creates the aura. And unfortunately, the biggest play in Baylor history happened at the old stadium at Floyd Casey when Robert Griffin hit Terrence Williams to beat Oklahoma, subsequently locking up the Heisman Trophy for himself. Not to say that it won't ever have any aura, but the fans have to do a little better job of giving it an aura. And the university has to do a little bit of better job of helping them create it. They're trying. I just don't think they quite know where to go. But they need to work on their aura. Also, I've heard this is a buzzword today on the internet. I'm sorry if it is. Number 4, Marlins Park and whatever the hell that is. When the Marlins were playing at the former Joe Robbie pro player, now Hard Rock Stadium, it didn't have aura as a baseball field either, but they won 2 World Series there. They moved here to a place that used to have aura. I'll tell you, the Orange Bowl, it had aura. Very much aura. Sometimes it was scary because of the neighborhood it's in. But Marlins Park was built in the old Orange Bowl site, and they haven't put much effort into the team since they built it. Usually when you build a new stadium, you put some effort into the team. The ownership of the Marlins really hasn't done that all that well since they built this park. Now, it's much nicer, but again, it's just a new building without anything to it. Number 3, the Frostbank Center in San Antonio. I say this to you as a dyed-in-the-wool Spurs fan. I've been there for several things. It's very fun. San Antonio is a great place. I love it. But the way that the ownership is very no frills. So the stadium is very nice, but at times, if you turn down the wrong corner, you'll think you're in the wrong stadium because they quit talking about the 5 titles that they've won. And there's a lot of talk about the rodeo, also a big event. But, when you step into a place like Lambeau Field or Fenway Park or Yankee Stadium, even the new one, you have that, the echoes of the past. This, and maybe it's good. They're look, we won 5 titles, it's great, but we don't like to dwell in the past. We're always looking forward here in San Antonio. I don't know. It's missing a mystique. Number 2.
I've gotten a lot of questions as to where people can find the best supplements.
And that's why we have the Swell Score, because we have created this platform where our team of researchers and doctors have come together to bring top-notch quality supplements and information.
We make sure that if we are recommending a product, that it hasn't been reviewed by the same company that is producing that product.
Now we have a resource that we can do that.
Nissan Stadium in Nashville, a perfectly fine stadium for most of its existence, but it's about to be raised in a couple years once they get the new stadium right across the river there built. And the Titans, it wasn't for lack of trying. They've tried. They got close. If you'll remember, they were a yard away from the Super Bowl. But nothing's really happened in Nissan Stadium. It's probably why they need a new one. Get a new vibe there. For example, where the Predators play, a lot of vibe to it. Of course, there's a lot of stuff that goes on there. Here, it's just, That's why they're knocking it down. And a stadium that should be knocked down. A priest should come and consecrate it and make sure no other stadiums are built there because it's awful. And God said so a year ago. Please don't make the Rays play in this place anymore. No, we're going to keep dragging this out and dragging this out. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? Boom! The roof is gone. What do you think about that? No, we're going to rebuild it. Tropicana Field. This is the worst sports venue you will ever go to in your entire life. And I've been to the Oakland Coliseum where there's cobwebs on the cup holders. And the A's and Raiders left because the team wouldn't improve it. The city fought with them, and rightfully so. It was a weird thing. Also, in a demilitarized zone, far better. And it did have an aura. Compared to this truck pull piece of crap. They shouldn't even host truck pulls there. Or dentist conventions. Or whatever they do when they're not playing baseball there. It sucks. It's awful. I lived there for 2 years. I went to a ton of games here. And it's because it was cheap and I love baseball. But the Rays deserve better. They deserve way better than this. The city has tried a million different ways. And the ownership group has tried the surrounding areas. But the city of St. Pete just keeps locking them in. And then they keep getting in political battles. It's ridiculous. This place is a dump. God tried to tell them. He tried. He ripped the roof off the thing. He ripped the roof off the thing when first responders are supposed to sleep in it during a hurricane. That's a message. That's biblical. Dear God, get rid of this thing. He already tried, and you ignored him. Build a new stadium. Give the Rays someplace their fans, the players deserve. It's ridiculous that they've had to play in here. I'm not even a Rays fan. In fact, I kind of hate them because they're in the AL East with the Red Sox. But this is an affront to sports fans everywhere. Rant over. Time for some polls. I'm tired.